This episode is brought to you by Indeed. Stop waiting around for the perfect candidate. Instead, use Indeed sponsored jobs to find the right people with the right skills fast. It's a simple way to make sure your listing is the first candidates see. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs have 4 times more applicants than non-sponsored jobs. So go build your dream team today with Indeed. Get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, it's Jacob Wheeler, and you are listening to Jigs and Bays.
The world moves fast. Your workday, even faster. Pitching products, drafting reports, analyzing data. Microsoft 365 Copilot is your AI assistant for work. Built into Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and other Microsoft 365 apps you use. Helping you quickly write, analyze, create, and summarize. So you can cut through clutter and clear a path to your best work. Learn more at Microsoft.com/M365 Copilot.
This episode is brought to you by Workday. Could AI help you do more of what you love? Like reaching bigger goals ahead of schedule, growing careers, and the bottom line. Workday is the next-gen ERP powered by AI that actually knows your business, anticipating your toughest challenges and how to better solve them. Connecting more dots in your organization so your people have more time to connect to what they love. It's a new Workday.
Bobby Roast Beef here. We got Jigs and friggin' Bigs coming at you. It's Friday night. We are recording this show for you guys, and we got a doozy, man. Last time that you heard from us, we were only a day in with the 2 different expos, 2 different regions, kind of covering it all. We're gonna wrap up the stories on all that stuff. This week in Just the Tip, we are talking glide baits. It's something I've talked about wanting to put more time into and more effort, and it's been something that's come up in conversation with a lot of listeners over the last couple of weeks. So we're going to dive in. We're going to talk about it. I've done some research, and I'm going to share some of the stuff that I came up with, and hopefully everything just works out fantastic. We also have not 1, but 2 double calls from regular Jigs and Bigs listeners. We got some good stuff to talk about. In fact, some Jigs and Bigs lore as well. Guys, don't go too far. We got more good Jigs and Bigs goodness coming up right after this. Oh, yeah, baby. We're here. We're making things happen. Everything's good. Joe, how are you, dude? How's things?
I'm doing awesome, man. How are you?
You know what? It is. I never thought I never thought I would miss this place this much, because we recorded 2 shows in remote locations back to back, and I love that shit. That's right. But, dude, it feels good to be back in the disco freaking dungeon. It kind of does.
It's kind of like there's no better thing to poop in your own house. There's no better place than to record the podcast in your own place.
No better place to shit than your pants.
That's all I'm saying. I need new bibs. No, that's a lie. We have a good show lined up for you guys. We got lots of stuff. We got to catch up with Expo season, and it's still in full swing. In a way, yes. Joe, you and I are going to meet up tomorrow and do a little like, I would say, quasi sideshow episode of.
Yeah, that's right. We are going to.
It's good.
I'm pumped for that, dude. We find, we're getting the band back together.
It's so
good. Not staying separate, but yeah, dude.
I'm stoked. Yeah. I am very stoked. You guys might see me, jig heads. I'm pouring a little something right here. And I want to share, before we kick off like too much and I get into any kind of craziness, I brought a little something home from me that wasn't an overpriced bait that I just couldn't say no to. No. The Canadian koala, you know how he does. He comes to America and he shows up with good gifts of deliciousness and goodness from the Great White North. And he brought this bottle of booze, right? It's called Wolfhead, right? It's Wolfhead Coffee Whiskey Liqueur is what it is.
Interesting.
And it is delicious. There's a little bit of sweetness there. It's a little bit less high test than like some other. This comes in at like 30% like that. But I was the first night we got there, that Thursday night, I had put a couple glasses down. I was like, this is absolutely out of this world. And some of the other folks were like, well, you know what it was? I brought Buffalo Trace with me. And you want to know?
You?
Yeah, you want to know? It was the only bottle of booze that was empty.
The
bottle of Trace?
Yep.
100%. There was a giant, like a 3-liter jug of Bullet bourbon too, and that had a little bit of a dent. Like there was
Bullet's good too, man.
Bullet's
I like
really
Bullet.
good. I kind of like Bullet Rye a little bit more, if I'm being honest, between the two. But I'm not picky. Like Bullet is really tasty.
It is.
Cheers.
Great for old fashions.
It really is. It really, really is. Oh, that is so good. And I just had a cup of coffee to stay warm here in the disco dungeon. It's pretty rough. So it was pretty good. But guys, I want to mention, obviously, for those that aren't, regular Jigs and Bigs listeners, if you stumbled upon this podcast right now and you're like, what the frick are these idiots talking about right here? Listen, Jigs and Bigs is a weekly fishing entertainment podcast where we do a little bit of everything. We share some stories, we get to meet folks, we network, we have guest interviews, we try to give you some tips and tactics, we engage with the Jigs and Bigs audience, but we do all this in a weekly show that is really long form. Like we do some shows that are 3+ hours, and we do this because we want to give you some content you can enjoy throughout the entire week. Now, Jigs and Bigs is hosted by myself, Bobby Roast Beef, and we've got American Vet Fishing, Joe Brown in the house, and he's here with me each and every week. You can follow us on YouTube as well. We each have our own independent channels. Go ahead and check those out. Subscribe. If you want to follow Jigs and Bigs or American Vet Fishing, you can find us on really almost every platform that's out there for the most part. About the only thing you can't find Jigs and Bigs on is like Snapchat and OnlyFans. That's really it, these days anyway. My wife made me take it down. She's like, listen, you're not making enough money to warrant hoeing around like that. I said, okay, that's fine. That's sure. You win. You win. Yep.
Bobby didn't have nice enough feet.
No, that's what it was. Those weren't feet. We do, I should say,
gross.
The number one way that you guys can engage with the program really directly is to call the hotline. We have a hotline where you can leave us a message. The number is, let me see, let's find it, 413-324-8519. You can call us or text us there. Go ahead, take that number down right now. Throw it in your phone, and you can, leave us a voicemail. We use that for either our live wall segment, which is kind of like a call-in mailbag. We also do a FTG segment where you can air a grievance if maybe somebody's done you wrong a little bit. Like last week, we started the show with the FTG because we got a call from the koala who was very upset, Joe, that you were not in Ohio. I know. It sounds like you had a really good time.
Yeah, did have a good time.
Is
that where we're jumping into?
Why don't we do that? Why don't we round out what happened in New England? How was this Saturday and Sunday for the show? Because I understand, like, you started to kind of rise like the phoenix as far as your wellness.
Yeah, I had to. I mean, we talked about it last week. I was sick as a dog, like Wednesday to Friday.
Dude, you sounded awful. I was like, I feel so bad, man.
I felt terrible. And Saturday, I woke up Saturday feeling a little bit better. I was on the mend. Good. I was rising through the ashes. And dude, Saturday was bananas.
I bet.
At the show, it was just bananas in a good way. It was packed. Taylor did pretty good. He did great, actually. Sold a ton of baits. By the way, Bobby, exclusive. Check your phone when you get a chance.
I saw. It looks great. It looks great. I'm very excited.
Yeah, that one's still classified, but
even the jig heads don't get that. There's some stuff we have to keep. Even the jig heads don't get that. That's like, we got to keep some stuff for us.
Yeah, no, I got it. That's super classified. Yeah. So Saturday was Banana Land. It was a great time, dude. It was packed. I mean, met a ton of people, watched a ton of people, up on the tank and whatnot. Dude, I bought some stuff, got some stuff. I got to be careful. So I got to be careful because Meg's watching from the corner here. She's in the room tonight.
Oh. Blink 3 times if you're in danger.
No, so dude, it was great. It was I got hooked up really, really good by Spence over at Berkshire Bass. He's the man. He's awesome. Lancelotti, the Lancelotti Swim Baits. Visited with them. Dude, my man Shan reached out to me because he just over in Indiana, he's like, dude, he's like, he just checked out and saw what vendors were at the show. Because I was like, dude, if there's anything you can think of, like, check it out if there's anything we want. He noticed Clutch Swim Baits was there.
That's awesome. Clutch was
and there's a certain color that they only bring to shows that he absolutely loves. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So he's like, dude, go see if they have this. So I went and so I grabbed a couple of those for him.
Nice.
And then so Saturday was bananas. Meg and the kids came out later on the show, and then we went over to after the show we all went over to Apex.
Oh yeah. Entertainment thing.
Yeah, dude, that place is all bananas. But so and the butcher was with me. Yeah, we go over there. We had a couple cocktails, some food. The kids were doing their being animals, and then that place is crazy. It's just you got go-karts, bowling, it's insane. It's huge. And then like I said, had a couple cocktails, and the butcher and I decided to go whoop the kid's ass in laser tag.
Oh, really?
That thing's rigged. That thing's rigged and very unrealistic, by the way.
You're trying to explain
the kids they're like, we want to be on Joe's team. He's been in real war. I got my dick kicked in, dude.
Yeah, that's usually man.
So I had one kid that was behind me. So I was with Emma, you know what I mean? Try to guide Emma around. And I had this one little asshole that just kept following me, and every time my thing turned back on, he would just hit it again. And dude, I wanted to turn around and throttle this kid.
These kids don't understand what war crimes are, man. They don't get it.
Oh my God.
They don't fucking get it.
I wanted to toss him over the second, because it's 2 floors. So I wanted to friggin' throttle him and then throw him over the bridge to the bottom, ISIS style. But
oh my God.
I wanted to be on the other side of the ball,
There you go. Fair enough.
So that was good. That was Saturday. Sunday, I was feeling better. I ended up going back up on the so not back up. I was supposed to do the tank Friday.
Yep.
A seminar up on the tank. I did not because I was feeling like absolute dog shit. So Ryan did it for me. Sunday I went up. And for those of you who don't know on this show, I've been very clear about my anxiety and all that shit. And dude, Taylor wants me to go up there and Bobby, once I'm grounded and stuff, I'm good.
You're
but
fine.
I work myself up. Yeah. So I was there's a ton of people there. I'm oh my God. So what does Joe do when he needs to be up in front of a bunch of people?
Ching ching.
So I went to the little ass snack bar and grabbed 2 of the highest proof beers that they had, and I basically shotgun them to even the nerves a little bit. And
it gets better.
Taylor's fucking dying, dude. He's laughing. Bogley's laughing. I'm using his rods because all my shit's in the fucking boat.
In the boat, yeah.
Yeah. So I get up there, and this is actually kind of funny. So again, Bobby, I'm going to do this. I've never once stepped up on top of one of those tanks. And if you guys know what I'm talking about, it's the seminar tanks with the fish in it, with the fake bass, the boat platform.
Yep.
So I go up, dude, for the first time ever. And as I go up, this motherfucker is only 2 feet wide, dude.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of.
It's only 2 feet wide. Flipping pitching with a casting rod. Money. Yeah. No worries at all. flipping and pitching with a spinning rod's a little bit different because it's not something we do normally. So that's what I was like nervous about. So
yeah, you don't.
I get up there, dude. I get up there, and there's 3 baits I'm showing, right, and talking about the shiv, the new shiv.
Yep.
The freaking musket on a shaky head because Taylor knows I love my shaky heads.
Yeah, it's perfect.
And then I was using the Warbird on a chatterbait.
Yep.
On a bladed jig to show it as a trailer. I start off with the chatterbait. Toss that in, flipping to that. No issues. Fish are coming. They're trying to grab it.
That's great.
Money. I do that like 2 times. 3rd time, bro, there's 1 fucking stick in that whole tank. 1 stick in that whole tank.
You hung it up?
What do you think happens?
No.
I get hung up on it for a second.
Trying to sing it or to break off. You didn't break off, did you?
So I get, no. So
okay.
I'm up there and you're talking, explaining everything. I'm trying to explain it as I'm doing like the bow and arrow trick with the line.
Oh yeah.
Get it off. And luckily, but I had been watching people all weekend and I was not the first that happened to.
Yeah.
So I was okay with that.
Now let me ask you this. Did they make you take the barbs off your hook?
Yes. Not even the barbs, dude. They make you like cut the hook almost completely.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes. So and this comes into play, Bobby, here in a minute.
All right.
So let's back up a little bit. So the guy that runs the tanks, great guy. You know what I mean? So these tanks, the business has like 4 or 5 of them.
Mm-hmm.
They're stationed in a couple places across the country.
Yeah.
This guy that runs these 2, he runs 2 of them in his division. He owns a fish farm, so these fish are from his fish farm.
Yep. Gotcha.
He raises and breeds. So these are like his fish, dude.
Yep.
Like he loves these things because as soon as they come, they're going to go back into the ponds. So he's very wants to make sure that these fish don't get fucked up.
Yeah. They're well taken care of and everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why they're very, intricate about how you cut the bar or cut the hooks and whatnot, or you got to curl them in, like however you do it. He inspects it though before you go up there. He inspected mine. I was good. So I throw the bladed jig. I get hung up on there for a second. All good.
Don't tell me.
Next, I grab the shiv. Drop shot, right? The shiv.
Yeah.
Showing everybody. Dude, they're in awe of that thing. Like showing them, and that like people started like come in and like hell yeah, dude. And friggin' the fish are just annihilating it, dude. Like you're trying to talk, dude, as like they're trying to rip this thing out of my hand. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like they're smoking it.
They're 100% in on it.
Oh yeah. And as they're doing this, I'm like bounce it. And as I'm bouncing it, dude, one grabs the bait and then one grabs the drop shot weight.
Wait, nice.
Takes the drop shot weight right off.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So I reel it in. Now the drop shot weight's gone.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like kind of looking out of the corner of my eye because this dude watches you. Hey, this dude watches like your every move. I'm like, oh fuck. So I'm like, I wanted to keep going, but it was the only weight I had. So I'm like, oh yeah, they want it so bad they even take the weight. So I'm like, all right, so I'm going to go over to the musket, I guess. Like Ryan was going to run over and grab a new drop shot weight, but it was like so crowded in there, like in that area. I was like, dude, don't even worry about it. So next thing I grab is the musket on a shaky head. Tossing that, dude, they're going bananas for it. They're going absolutely bananas for it. And jig it a couple times. I'm talking. One smokes it, dude. Mm-hmm. And the little piece of hook that's still in there fucking gets him, dude.
Oh, really?
So I'm literally fighting this fish, trying to get him off. Like,
yeah, exactly.
I'm trying to make it look like I'm still like jigging the lure to this guy over here that's about to throw me in the tanks. I hurt his fish. Dude, I'm like fighting this. Like I don't know how, dude, but he like got it. And thank God, like as I'm, dude, so now I'm just like reeling it in. Everyone's like, oh man, this is great. Like, da da da. I look over, that guy's fucking laser beaming me.
Son of a bitch.
I was like, and in my head, I'm like, dude, you inspected it. You like,
yeah.
You said it's good.
If he can be pissed, he's got to be pissed at himself.
Yeah. So it finally comes to the tank, like towards the end, and he gets off. Thank God, because I didn't want to be the guy who's like, oh, got one, and lipping this thing. But yeah, dude, the outside of that, the seminar went great, dude. I had fun doing it. I'm actually excited to do more of them. And then, dude, after that, it was just like, met a lot of cool people.
That's the
throwback swim baits, dude. Was kicking it with them, with Doug and the rest of that crew over there. Placed an order with them for AVF.
Nice.
So that's exciting. And yeah, dude. I mean, the Fresh Baits guys were there. Nate Shagnon.
Yep.
He was there. I got to see him. He friggin' was excited. We hadn't seen each other in a couple of years. Spence, JCS Marine crew was there. Matt was there from Hanks.
Yep.
Just a ton of people. I had listeners coming in and saying what's up and saying hi and high fiving, saying what's up, asking where you were. I was like, if you listen to the fucking show, you know where Bobby was.
We've only been talking about this for months.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, you fucking fake listeners. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, guys. So yeah, it was great, dude. The show was phenomenal. It was bananas. I had a blast. I did miss Columbus. I missed the shenanigans of Columbus. Meg's giving me a face in the corner here.
Yep.
She missed the shenanigans of Columbus, and but we had something at least, we had the New England show. Taylor did good. I was nervous because I was the one who talked Taylor into coming up here.
That's
what I mean?
I'm glad it went so well,
Yeah. Yep. Me too. So it did well, man. And, yeah, we'll see what next year brings.
That's freaking awesome. I'm stoked for it. I am. I'm curious if this is going to be an ongoing thing with New England and Columbus now being the same weekend, because
I friggin' hope it changes.
So the story that I got was that, like, I know that they had been on there was some type of an expo that had been booked that weekend over and over and over again, like for years or some extended period of time. And it just so happened that they stopped working. They stopped doing that show. So that weekend opened up. So they bumped it thinking that it not being on Super Bowl Sunday would help it, and I don't know yet. I mean, the jury's out. I haven't heard anything yet necessarily, but we'll see what happens. I mean, one of the things is about doing Columbus that I like so much is that we have the ability to do both. And it kind of, you know what I mean? In a perfect world, I would like them to be separate so that way we can cover both of them. But hey, if we got to split it in half, we got to split it in half. You know what I mean? If maybe next year you go to Columbus and I stay here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Something like that. But we'll figure it all out. I love Expo season.
For sure.
Columbus was great. When we wrapped up the show, Zach and I went and we shot some pretty hardcore billiards. And our game was both shallow
and pedantic.
With we played with Jeff and Paul from Aggressively Average Anglers. By the way, I love those dudes. I get, I am socially fucking awkward. Oddly, you put a microphone in my hand in front of a fucking million people, comfortable as shit. You put me in a room with a bunch of people just fucking having some drinks, trying to have fun, and I turn into an idiot. You know what I mean? But I mean, those dudes are awesome. They are really great. I took a dive into listening to some of their content on the way out and on the drive back. That's all I did was really listen to podcasts while I was in the truck, back and forth. Check out the Hoodlum Cast too, by the way, which is fantastic. And tomorrow night there's another Hoodlum Cast. I kind of want to crash it. I'm supposed to go out for dinner with Queen Beef. And I'm like, let's just go out for afternoon drinks and fucking apps, and we'll come back. I want to be back home for 6 so I can pop an Eddie and watch that shit.
Did you watch the one that I was in?
Were you on one recently?
Yeah, the one that you couldn't make. That's the one that they're dropping tomorrow.
Oh,
it's a recording.
It's a recording. Oh.
Yeah, we recorded it the other night. That's the one that you couldn't make because you were at an event.
I was working. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Shit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so the rest of the show, so that night, we shot some pool, got up that next day, and Saturday for Dark Horse. Saturday was, if I'm not mistaken, I think they did as much for sales on Saturday alone as they did for the entire 2025 Expo weekend.
Hell yeah.
Like there wasn't a moment there were not people looking around. There wasn't a moment there weren't people at the register. Just let's put it that way. It was great. The booth ran like such a well-oiled machine. My duties in the booth, like I went in there and I was like, the first year we were there, we recorded a bunch of stuff with people in there, and that's fun. We get that content, but like people have different stories. You know what I mean? It's like
sure.
And it's really tough to include all that in a timely way in a show that's regularly out there. You know what I mean? Like, and so I would split it up, and it's April, and we're still hearing interviews from the Columbus Fishing Expo. You know what I mean? It was weird. So I was like, I'm going to create some content and do some stuff and whatever. This year was different. Last year we had it pretty streamlined pretty well, but this year was different. I DJ'd most of the time I was in there, and it was great. We had, like I said, last week's show, we kind of had this like power aisle where we had Dark Horse and Pig Jigs. And I was the booth that was like joining those two. And on the other side, we had the Achigan booth, which was extended down a little bit further. So we just kind of it was like frat row at UMass. That's what it felt like.
That's awesome.
You know what I mean? It was kind of awesome. Saturday night, there was talk that there was going to be a big like party. Everybody was going to go out and hit up Old Fields and everything like that. And I'm serious. When I say this, Joe, we got back to the house. Everybody just wanted to get something to eat. And then we were going to go out afterwards. The city of Columbus, it's like they do get snow regularly. We have some Ohio natives in here. You guys do get snow on a regular basis.
Do y'all know how to use a fucking plow?
Wow. These streets. So we were in the neighborhood where we were the first year we went to Columbus. Like we were only a few streets away. And like the streets in there, it was like they drove past the main road and were like, nah, it's fine. I mean, it was ridiculous. So like, parking was a bitch. And then that was one of the things we were worried about was like getting everybody out to drive there. And I was like, I mean, my thought was like this.
Let's just Uber, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, let's just get an Uber, go to the bar, and then come back whenever nobody's got to drive then. Nobody's got to park, and we can get blackout, and then whatever. Right. Everybody's cool. But really, at the end of the day, it came up, and we were like, in all seriousness, everybody was like, Joe and Meg aren't here. We should probably just stay back in. And it had nothing to do with the fact that the Achigan guys were like, we want to stay in and get a good night's sleep. Because I think they tied one on the night before. And as the day went on, they were just like, I don't know, maybe we're not going to go out tonight. So it was just crazy for everybody. It was just crazy for everybody. So we stayed in that night on Saturday, had a great time. Again, played a bunch of pool. It was awesome. Yep. Josh and his girlfriend April were at the house, and I actually had some really good conversation, like non-bar conversation with the two of them and Ryan Parker. And by the way, we have Ryan Parker is going to be on the show in the coming weeks. I'm recording with him, I think, in a week or two. Awesome. And we've also got, I have a couple of things on deck too that are scheduled to record. We're going to be talking with Matt from Small Ponds, Big Dreams. That is a new podcast, and I got the opportunity to meet them on they were there Friday and Saturday, and I got the opportunity to meet them. It was awesome. And then there's another interview that we have on deck as well. I got to check the calendar, but things are lining up. We've got some stuff going on, which is great. Saturday was absolutely amazing. I knew on Saturday what the plan was. I was like, I'm gonna come in on Sunday, and I'm gonna be here until about noon. I'm going to do my shopping. I'm going to get the stuff that I want to make sure that I leave with.
Sure.
And I'm going to then pack up my end of the booth, which is going to do something helpful for Dark Horse. And that is leave them some negative space where they can then stage and get packed up. They were out in record time. Like once everything shut down. I spoke to Zach afterwards. Like, I mean, it was such a good amazing experience like out there. It was so good. So let's talk about what we bought. Like at least what I bought. I did put a post up. So I have a couple of things. So as I did my lap around, I know we talked last week about like I was looking at like a Mike Bucca glide, like a big 8-inch like that, and I was like, yeah, it's kind of the pattern I'm looking for. I found another company that had some stuff that was a little bit more affordable, more in the 5.5, 6-inch window. And I was like, I'm not sure exactly what I want to do. So what I did was I started my shopping trip at Dark Horse. I stocked up on a few things that I needed.
Obviously,
it only makes sense, and I picked up a glide bait there. One of them that we're going to talk about in just the tip. I picked up a bunch of terminal from Wicked Weights, and they had some clearance vector hooks, and they had obviously clearance hooks, weird sizes, right?
Yeah,
I got the 1/0. I got the 1/0 and some 1/8 ounce flipping weights because I have an idea. The other thing on my list was I wanted to go over to Hamilton and stock up and kind of scope out what they had for Great Lakes Finesse and re-up on a handful of things that I like from Great Lakes Finesse already, but see if there was anything interesting. Dude, they didn't bring any Great Lakes Finesse with them. I think I know why. I think I know why, because that is the stuff that just probably sells all the time. I think in that, like up north up here, I feel like that stuff sells all the time. And they're like, we don't need to bring this to the show. So they kind of put a little bit more emphasis in their booth and more like JDM type stuff. So like a lot of bellows products and stuff like that. And that's one of the things that I picked up over there were some bellows gills, small ones, the 2.8-inch ones. And I think that might be a killer dock bait, man. Are those 2.8s? Yeah.
No, these are 3.5s. Oh no, yeah, they are 2.8s. Yeah, they are 2.8s.
Yeah, dude, those. I mean, and I'm like, yeah, that's pretty dope. I'm thinking that might make for an awesome little dock bait. Yeah, it's easy to skip. You know what I mean?
Yep. We were talking about that. We were talking about those on the Hoodlum cast the other night. That's why I have them.
Yeah, they're dope. I was like, okay, so we got those. I walked around and it dawned on me. I was like, I can get this Bucca swim bait online. Like it's what was it, $180, something like that, $160, something like that. I'm like, I can just get it online. Like if I'm going to be paying that much, like should just track it down. You know what I mean? And that's one bait. I was like, I could go and buy the other swim baits and get two of them for just in that ballpark. You know what I mean? I'm like, then when I ultimately fucking lose one, I was like, all right, whatever. Well,
no, don't talk about that. Don't talk that into reality. That'll never happen,
don't
Bobby.
Manifest.
You're gonna have two forever.
So I wish. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
No, we won't. You're gonna have two fucking swim baits forever.
I actually have a shit ton of swim baits that I need to start throwing, and I need to build real confidence in. Not just the wake baits. I need to build confidence in some of these things, and I got some good stuff. So I was walking around, and I'm like, I got to find this booth. I got to find this booth, and then while I was at Hamilton, I stumbled on something. The Spro KGB Chad Shads.
Chad Shad.
And they were on sale for like $50 a pop. So I'm like, that is a bargain, man. So I picked up two of those. And I'm like, there we go. Because that's that larger platform. I mean, these are, good size. They're 2 3/8 ounce, I think, is the weight on them. And I'm like, all right, this is pretty cool. There is, and I'm going to show you guys later, there is this perch pattern that they make in that I need to get my hands on 100% because it's a pattern I use all the time. I fish very comfortably in this area with it, so I've got to get my hands on that. I went over to the Pig Jigs booth and I pilfered all of this stuff. But you know what? Today in Pig Nation, in the group chat for Pig Nation, Pig Jigs Nation, I got a little insight that there was a drop on the website of some stuff that I didn't see there, and I was like, I got to get these, specifically these plastics that I think they call grimmers, and it's like a small swim bait, but with a curly tail off the back, and I'm like, oh brother. I need these. So I may have, I definitely ordered some of those. There was There was some good stuff. I mean, I bought a bunch of good stuff in there. I picked up some big Joshies, primarily like the 2.3s, the real small ones.
Of course.
The show color, I sent you that text, and you were like, I thought it was hilarious. So I sent it over to you, and you were like, nah.
Well, the holidays have come and gone once again, but if you've forgotten to get that special someone in your life a gift, well, Mint Mobile is extending their holiday offer of half off unlimited wireless. So here's the idea. You get it now. You call it an early present for next year. What do you have to lose? Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Limited time 50% off regular price for new customers. Upfront payment required. $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan. Taxes and fees extra. Speeds may slow after 50 gigabytes per month when network is busy. See terms.
Just wasn't. I'm a big, we're both big fans and big supporters of Big Joshi. You sent me that color, and I was just like,
not that special. It's like
the
a
last
pastel
couple years,
fire tiger.
the last couple of years, we always have grabbed a shit ton of the show colors. So like in my head, that was one of the things. I go, Bobby, let me know what the show color is, and you're like, dog, you ain't gonna you knew, you're like, you ain't gonna like it, and you sent it to me, and I was like, gross. Yeah.
And so it was pretty good. I will say, when I hit the road, I made amazing time on the way back. Amazing time. It took me 12 hours to get there because we had some whiteout snow conditions. On the way back, took me like 9.5 hours. It was great. I was like 85 left lane. Fuck off. Let's go. And it was good. It also helped that like I left at like not even 3 p.m. I think I left at like 2:30. And by the time I got into like New York, there was no traffic. Nothing. It was just empty roads. It was so nice. I got a couple of things going on. There is, let's see. Well, actually, we might as well jump into this here because the Expo stuff is not done. Pat Martin chimed in earlier. Yeah.
Before we get, let's talk about Joe's haul.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do the full haul. Oh, Meg's gone.
Obviously, we knew Joe broke a few rods last year.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. I forgot you bought rods.
Yeah. So Spence hooked me up, dude. He's the man. He had some stuff I was looking for. So, So ended up with the Megabass Destroyers. No, what did I get? Hold on. No.
One was a Levante.
One Megabass Levante.
Yep.
A Megabass Orochi.
Oh.
And then the 2 Destroyers.
Oh, that's nice, dude.
Yep.
That's pretty badass. It's not a bad haul.
And then, of course, the Lancelotti booth was right across from us. So grabbed a couple of those, knowing that I probably, dude, they're like 4 ounces, bro, like 4.5 ounces. I don't even know if I have a rod that can handle those.
It's big,
but those might be. I might just flip those at some point. But they're so cool looking, dude. You know what I mean? And then I ended up getting I got Shan that clutch. I ended up grabbing one as well in that color, and then a lot of beef jerky.
A lot of beef jerky.
A lot of beef jerky and a lot of pickles.
I didn't touch any jerky this year.
Really?
Yeah, no, I didn't. I was surprised.
It's what company is this? Oh, it's the On or the O. I don't know if you've seen these guys. Dude, it's very similar to you must have had Whip City jerky. Like that crunchy, like super thin. That's my favorite type.
Gotcha.
And like they had it. These guys are the same way. And so the butcher was there. We were just him and Taylor were just munching that shit all
weekend.
On
some jerky. I fucking love jerky.
But dude, I stuck that Baits reel on the Destroyer Mad Bull.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It's butter, isn't it? It's nice.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, she nice. She purty. But
that's my favorite shit.
Yeah. That's how that worked out for me.
That's my favorite. That's a great haul. I considered rods and reels. I genuinely did, but I was like, man, I'm like, there's no like holes that I need to fill right now.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like,
oh, dude, they're right to the side of us, across the side out, because we were like in a middle. We were in a weird spot. It was a good spot. It was just weird the way it was set up.
mm-hmm.
There was a vendor right across us on the side, and they had a bunch of legit JDM stuff. Like shit, I was like, I'm looking like, oh shit, they
like
got some
shit you've never heard
stuff,
of, like
dude.
that.
So I go over there, and I'm thinking like, whatnot, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh dude, I'll go and clean these guys out, and I'll resell this. The prices that they were asking were like it was like
straight
gross,
ass.
dude.
Yeah.
Like it was like triple like what I would pay, like as a consumer, dude. Never mind someone who's like reselling. It was absolutely disgusting, and it didn't look like they sold too much of them.
So how big was the bottle with the pump of Astroglide that they kept at the front of the booth? It's huge.
Sakamata shads, right? Sakamata shads. Yeah. They're asking like $22 a bag, which those typically go like $10-12. You know what I mean? $22 a bag for Sakamata shads.
Really?
For the Deps, yeah. Yep. Everyone who knows, like I do like the JDM stuff, came over. They're like, "Did you see that booth and the prices?" I was like, "Oh yeah."
I wonder if they
don't go over there.
I wonder if they got anybody. Like if the people were just like, "Oh yeah, I've been looking for these," and had no idea.
Sure they did. I'm sure they did. Yeah. People who don't do their research, but like, it was just disgusting. The prices were disgusting. I was just like, this. I did see a lot of people look and then go, "Ooh," you know what I mean, and then walk away.
Too rich for my blood.
JDM's super popular right now. Not that popular.
Yeah, it's true.
Not that it's not like, dude, you can hop on Whatnot and get that thing for $10. You know what I mean? Or less sometimes.
Yeah.
And yeah. So and like their JDM like glides and stuff were like triple the price.
That's crazy, dude.
I don't know.
There was one thing that I did forget that I did see on the that I did check out while I was at the show that was important. One of the guys that was staying at the Dark Horse house with us was Wade from Yak Attack. And I don't know if I mentioned probably last week when I went through the roster of who was there, but Wade is awesome. Like it was Wade Wade's a bourbon guy. So like immediately we became friends. Like as soon as I walked in the door. And so I said to Wade, I was like, dude, I have to come by your booth and I need to check out that Yak Attack measuring board. I was like, I just need to get eyes on it so that I know, like, are we going to accept it moving forward with the scavenger hunt tournament and the entire Jigs and Bigs tournament trail? Like, are we going to move that as a legal board for that tournament? And yes, 100%. After looking at that sucker, I can absolutely see that it's going to be on there. It's actually a pretty sweet board. It's got what is it, like EVA foam built in, so it floats right out of the gate. The wall has not just a sticker but a mirror sticker, so you can absolutely see it's making contact. It's got culling tabs on top, so you can like cull your smallest fish, like mark it, and then you're like, okay, yeah, that's my smallest. That one's got to go. Okay, like it's pretty cool. And then there's different tips, different ways that you can put your identifier on. It's 28 inches long, so it's a nice middle ground in between. And we're going to be having Wade actually on the show in the future. I sent him a link to schedule, and we're going to have him on. And dude, he is awesome. Like he's Jigs and Bigs, folks. 100%. Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. He gets it. So what's odd, I am a big boat guy. I have my kayak, but I use Yak Attack stuff. We got into a conversation about the Sport Track adapters that Yak Attack makes. little sneaky tip, guys. If you have a Lund or a similar boat that has that like sport track mounting option, don't buy your boat brand's accessories for that. The Yak Attack makes great stuff so that you can mount your rod holders. You can mount all kinds of accessories. You want to throw a cup holder somewhere like that, you can do that right there. As well as you could use all kinds of stuff that you would typically rig in a kayak to make your life a little bit easier. In fact, I'm playing around with the idea of mounting my net on roto grips on the inside of that track mount. So it's got a spot. It'll just sit right there. Could be very cool. I don't know. I'm just thinking of things to kind of keep things nice and clean. But yeah, so you heard it here, folks. Here first, folks. Starting in 2026, when we kick off in April, the Yak Attack measuring board will be approved. We're going to be adding that in the rules. Binya's in here now, and he's throwing all kinds of stuff about ice quakes and stuff, and I got to go through all this, but let's move on. I got a couple of comments here that we got to mention because, like I said before, Expo season, like the New England and the Expo, or New England and Columbus, those are over, but Pat Martin says, he goes, are you guys going to Thayer's? And yes, we are. We're going to Thayer's. Thayer's Marine is having a big event. It's an open house. They have it's a new showroom, right?
Dude, they have like 6 showrooms.
I see. I have no experience with Thayer's, but I know that like.
Okay, you'll see that. Yeah, they have. So it's pretty cool. They literally like own the block. So they have boats in different showrooms, like all the way down the block. It's actually I think it's cool. Not everybody would love it, but I think it's awesome the way they have it set up. I love Thayer's, obviously. That's where I purchased my boat.
Yeah.
Dude, let's talk about who's going to be there too.
Yes, let's talk about that. So one of the first things, obviously, is that Matt Thayer, the spinnerbait king of Southern Rhode Island, is going to have his booth there, Klondike Custom Creations. But there is this other guy.
Yeah.
Jacob Wheeler.
I guess he fishes for bass. Jacob Wheeler, I think is his name. I heard he fishes. I heard he's pretty good.
Yeah. He's all right.
Yeah. He's
probably, right. I'll bet you he caught a 5-pounder once.
I bet he's caught a couple. I know he drives a nice boat.
Yeah, he does have a pretty nice boat, and a nice little plastics company that he works with Rapala for, which that's pretty cool too. Like I'm a Crush City fan.
We saw him in Columbus that first year we went there. He was there.
Yeah,
and then Mike Iaconelli was there last year.
Yep.
But dude, I'm really hoping I get to. And this is where Joe sucks, because this is where Joe gets shy and like hates approaching people. But I would love to kind of pick his brain about where his head was at when he designed my boat. You know, when he helped design my boat. You know what I mean? Like,
that's right. I forgot. Yeah. He had a hand in. What do you call?
He had a hand in designing my boat, and that's why he runs Icons now.
Jake Lawrence is also going to be there.
Who's that?
Jake Lawrence is also going to be there.
Yep. He's going to be there as well. Another MLF guy.
Yep. Freaking cool.
The elite guys are down on Gunnersville, freezing their cojones off right now. My goodness.
I know.
I don't know if you've been tracking that at all. But,
there's
miserable.
I believe it's a Bassmaster kayak event that's down there too. Bailey Eichbrett is down there, and he posted. Was it Friday morning? I think Friday morning he went out for practice, and there was ice on the water, which is just insane.
Yeah.
It
was like a week, not even a week ago. They were like locked in, dude. The lake was like locked up with like sheet ice.
Oh yeah.
Gunnersville, Alabama, dude.
That's bananas. How does that even happen?
How does that, dude? I was watching videos like TikToks and stuff of like the Carolina, like South Carolina and stuff that has the gators, dude. The gators are frozen with their snouts out because they almost go into like hibernation.
Yeah.
They just have their snouts out in holes through the ice. It's insane.
Which makes you wonder, like, you know how people say like, oh, you couldn't, up north, gators couldn't survive because they're not designed for the climate. I don't know.
They sure as shit are surviving down there. Dude,
we might see
iguanas are falling from the sky in Florida. And
oh, yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy town, dude. I'm telling you.
yeah.
So, yeah, it'll be cool. It'll be kind of nice because I'll be able to get that, scratch that. I missed the New England Expo itch by going over to the Thayer's Marine Open House, which is kind of freaking sweet. I'm looking forward to it. And I know that there's going to be other vendors there as well, but they didn't necessarily list any of them. But it'll be pretty cool. There's two other things that I kind of want to talk about. And one of these, we're going to make an impromptu broke on the boat because we haven't done one of those in forever. So I do want to talk about this one other aspect. Joe, have you heard of World Bass Enterprises?
I have not. I don't think so.
Oh, this is up your alley, my friend. So World Bass Enterprises is, it was a couple of different Jigs and Bigs listeners that sent me information about this. This is like a bass championship tournament. It's a 5-day tournament with 50 elite anglers that are from the...
Oh, yes. Yeah.
From
dude.
From
keep going.
From Bassmaster and the Bass Pro Tour, like the Elite Series and the Bass Pro Tour. That's where it all comes together. The big deal is that the total purse is $3 million. Bro,
yeah. How did they not think about this years ago? This is what everybody's been wanting.
It's 100%
put the top 25 MLF guys against the top 25 Elite Series guys for the biggest purse in the game.
And the thing is they're doing this with a zero buy-in, from what I understand. There's no entry fee.
I don't know. Someone's got some coin in their pocket that they donated.
There is. I did listen to an episode of Bass Talk Live with the organizers, and this was just like Thursday. I think I heard this.
Yeah.
And they were talking about that there may be the possibility of like a wild card, like somebody popping in, because they're going to announce a way that other folks will be able to like scoot in if they place in such and such tournaments. Matt over at BTL had made a couple of comparisons to this other like Toyota Trail that happened in Texas. I think it was like the Texas Toyota such a bass, championship or something like that.
Yeah.
Where it was like, but this is a whole other thing, and there's a lot going on. It's happening in Nashville at Hickory Lake, and I looked at my calendar. I don't have any bookings, man. I kind of want to just go and check out like the vibe. You know what I mean?
When is it now?
It's I believe the first day
September.
It's October 28th.
October.
Yeah. Media day and opening ceremonies are on October the 28th. But
Nashville.
Man, it's so cool. So because of that event in Florida, I believe there's already, what do we have, a top 10 for qualifiers for major point standings. Yep. Let's see. Are there BASS points? Oh, no. We have a top 20. Oh, look at that. So there's some names that are going to be in this already. It looks like, going early on, but you should check it out. WorldBassEnterprises.com. Go ahead and check it out, guys. It is an interesting tournament idea. It could be very, very cool. Sounds pretty amazing. I like Tennessee a lot. And I would not be afraid to fucking go and check it out and see what's going on.
Yeah.
And, I
might be taking a trip to Tennessee here pretty soon myself. So.
Really? For business or pleasure, or a little both?
A little bit of both. Meg and I have been talking about possibly going down to the Classic next month.
Oh, that's right. Yes, dude.
Yeah. So we might go down to the Classic next month.
That's cool. That'll be
just
a blast.
3 days. Quick long weekend. So
it's not. Are you gonna now? Are you gonna go and like drag the boat down and find a spot to fish?
No, we'll probably fly.
Yeah,
we'll probably fly. If I'm bringing Meg, she's not gonna want to drive. She'll be Meg doesn't like the long hauls.
Gotcha.
She doesn't like the long hauls.
That's about where I start to consider it a long haul. You start to get over 12 hours, and I'm like, that's a long haul.
And it's just that it's like it's with the boat, it would probably be like 14.
Yeah, that's accurate. That is very, very
and we'll
accurate.
Probably have Emma along, so that makes a little. So, dude, you'll have
a good time.
because we want to network and stuff, we'll just fly down, dude, rent a car. And I know of people going down. So if I wanted to hop on a boat, I could.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
You know, so
call up one of the elites. You got friends, you'd be able to get on the water.
I wish.
Catch a greenie, it's fine.
Yeah.
There is one thing I want to say. Joe, do you like this fancy new AFCO Reaper hoodie I'm wearing?
I do like it.
I haven't really talked a whole lot about this, but this is like 2 sizes smaller.
Hell yeah, dude.
My
man.
I put these things on and they fit and they don't fit the way I want them necessarily to fit. They're a little snug, but the trajectory is there. And I'm like, holy fucking shit. You can, when I put this on, I'm like, versus wearing the same flannels that I'm wearing, yes, now I'm able to button them up and bend over and tie my shoes and shit like that. And I'm not spraying buttons and people are losing eyes. Now it's a safe zone, but I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, I realized just this last weekend at Columbus, I was like, I fucking lost some weight. Holy fucking shit.
Hell yeah.
I'm like,
hell yeah.
So we're making moves, but very, very, very cool. So we talked about World Bass Enterprises. We talked about, I think the other thing I'm going to do is an impromptu broke on the boat because it involves some new toys and how I can justify spending the money. Yeah. It is not like a boat or anything like that. It's nothing like that.
Okay. All right.
It's very small, but I would say this is probably one of the most innovative products in the fishing niche that I have seen in a very, very long time. Unbelievably long time. So with all that said, Joe, do we have a headline for this week? Or did I just blow the headline with the world?
So I did have it up there. That's not the headline I had. I had it on my notes to make sure I talk about it.
Yep.
And but no, we do. We do have a headline.
Oh, we do. Well, Buck, strap in, Jigs and Bigs listeners.
So, Bobby, a couple of weeks ago, we talked to our friend from California about his 16-pound bass that he caught.
We did. Don't tell me somebody caught a bigger one. God damn it, I can't take that.
Well, 17.4 pound San Diego County bass caught and released.
Are you fucking kidding me?
The 31-year-old San Diego resident was fishing alone that Friday afternoon. He parked his car and walked to the shores of Lake Jennings, a place he fished often since he was 8 years old. The fishing wasn't great that day, which was pretty warm in the 70s, Henson tells us. I was heading back to my car that afternoon and made a cast along the edges of some tools. The water is clear and shallow. I started to retrieve and saw a bass rush out from the weeds to my lure. Using a 7-foot bait casting rod, Shimano reel, and 20-pound fluoro, he saw the bass hit his oversized soft lure, a working class 0 battle shad, 7.5 swim bait. By the way, Bobby, working class 0 stuff is pretty cool. I got my eyes on it recently.
Yeah, I got to get some of that.
She hit the lure just 15 feet from the bank, and at the time I thought it was a much smaller fish, around maybe 6 pounds, because the light reflection on the fish was bad. Explained Henson, an iron worker. The whole fight lasted only 20 seconds, and when I reached down to grab it from the bank, I was stunned. Henson knew he needed to weigh the fish because he thought it might be a lake record bass catch. He had a Bubba portable scale back at his car, so he borrowed a fish stringer from a father and son who were nearby. He put the bass on the stringer, put it back in the water, and went to grab the scale. The dad watched the bass on the stringer while I was gone, he said. I got back, weighed it, then let it go. She swam away, nice and healthy and nice and strong. The 17-plus pounder ate a working... Oh, yeah. The fish weighed 17 pounds, 6 ounces on his Bubba scale, but wasn't measured. Henson says his fish is now the Lake Jennings record largemouth, topping the previous 7.2 pound caught by angler Mike Long. Lake Jennings is one of several water supply lakes for San Diego County. Henson says the lake gets a lot of fishing pressure and he moves around trying different small lakes in the area. It was the first time I fished Jennings this winter, and I'm sure glad I did that day, he said. The lake is regularly stocked with rainbow trout, and some anglers believe Henson's pot-bellied big-mouth bass was full of stocked trout from feasting on them. The same day on Jennings, Henson also caught an 8-pounder, and 2 days later, a 9.9-pounder. I release all the bass I catch, so we'll never know if that 7.6-pounder was full of trout it had eaten. I'll have a replica mount made of the bass and hang it somewhere at home.
That's awesome. That's my dream.
Do you want to see it?
Yeah, I do. We need to see it. We
Hold on,
need to
here we
see
go.
that shit. We'll send that shit on over. I have big bass fever at this point. Let's go ahead and add this sucker right there. Holy hell, dude.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Look at the fucking way that belly is distended.
Yeah.
That
is a working class zero on that thing. She's definitely got lots of food in there.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Oh, my God. That's a giant.
Yeah, dude.
I can only imagine what that must have felt like that weight at the end. Oh, my Lord. It's like, seriously looks like she swallowed like a bowling ball, like a small bowling ball.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Holy crap.
Look at the size of the eyes on her.
Yeah, I mean, that's, dude.
Her eyes are as big as ours, dude.
That's insane. Oh, my God.
Good for him, man.
That's
good for him.
Good
I
for
actually,
him,
when I was in San Diego, I remember seeing signs for this place.
Really? All right.
I believe so.
That's freaking
I believe there's
so
a park
cool.
attached to it, but yeah.
You know, I got a little bit of big bass fever myself. I was listening to a podcast. It was an episode of Serious Angler, and they were talking about how, like, Arkansas just started a program that they're calling, I think, the Legend Lunkers or something like that. It's similar to like the Share Lunker program in Texas. The difference there is that it's basically they start their entry amount at 10 pounds. So Paul and I are planning a trip to Arkansas. I'm like, dude, after the year you've had, I'm like, we need to go and do another trip. But I think the way to do it is to do it for like a week, maybe even a little bit more. We'll go down, we'll camp, maybe we'll get an Airbnb, who knows, but we'll just stay there. I'll take the boat down and we'll just like pick apart this one lake, and we'll start doing our research now to like learn some decent structure. And I think we're going to do it in April. Mm-hmm. I think that's when the plan is. We're going to do it in April. So who knows? Fingers crossed. Yeah. Man, that's awesome, dude. Oh, 17. I was like, when you said breaking the previous record, I was like, how fucked up would that be if it was Max Lee?
If it was the same lake, dude.
I'm like, how fucked up would that be if Max was like, yeah, I'm a fucking, oh, fuck. You know what I mean? He was much more north, though, I believe, in California. San Diego.
He was Northern Cal, and San Diego's obviously Southern Cal, so.
Go fuck yourself, San Diego.
Oh, Bobby would know much about that.
Yeah, I would.
We talked about that on the Hoodlum cast.
I bet you did. Oh, my goodness. I got too comfortable because we haven't had the live Lockwood element in the show.
Yeah, no.
And, you know, most of our jig heads are just absolutely amazing. And we don't have to worry about these things. But, you know, occasionally we do.
Yep. Sure do.
John says, he goes, Bobby, is that the coffee whiskey you're talking about? Yes, it is. And it is good. It is so good. I like to go easy because it is a little bit on the sweet side. In fact, you know what I want to do? I'm going to check my blood sugar right now on the show. Just because I'm feeling frisky. How are we doing? Because I got to know, how does this affect it? Oh, it's nice and stable. All right. Maybe it's not.
How the fuck do you check your blood sugar on your phone?
I got a monitor in my arm. I'm a cyborg. I'm a cyborg, Joe.
Nice.
That's what it is.
Nice.
Yeah. So good shit. Good shit. We got some shit to talk about though, going down the road. Why don't we do this? Let's take a break. We'll come back. We're going to dive into just the tip. And this is like, again, like we're learning, all of us together. You, the Jigs and Bigs listener, and myself. And this is a tip I am 100% taking myself. I've done the research. I've looked in. I've compiled some things to talk about. And we're talking glide baits. And that's coming up in the next break. And then we do have a Broke on the Boat segment right here. And yes, we are going to be talking about a recent guest that was on Tackle Talk. My eyes were opened as I was driving to work on Tuesday night, listening to this episode. And 2 days afterwards, the next day, I was making purchases. Like I have a problem. Let's take a short break. We'll see you guys in a bit. Get your own coffee whiskey. Get yourself some Wolfhead. Hey, Wolfhead sponsorship. Let's make this happen. That's a Bobby Roast Beef original. I could drink that around a campfire all night long, and I will for you. We'll see you guys in a bit. Don't go too far.
Perhaps play a little game called Just the Tip. Just for a second, just to see how it feels. Or ouch, ouch, you're on my hair.
Okay.